Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. Come on in, y'all. We're going to use our Cricut heat press tonight, and we're going to make a shirt and check out the colors. And two of them just went flying. Check out the colors that we're going to use. So we're for sure going to use Tide. We're going to use Scout. And we're going to use two colors that you can't see right now because I threw them over the side of the table. It's okay. Whenever you get here, hit the heart button for me. Comment the word shirt. We're going to make a shirt. It's going to be funny. A funny little saying. And hopefully y'all will love the colors that I'm going to use. I hope your day was great. My name is Amy from A to Z Designs, and I'm going to be your host tonight. And we're going to have some fun. I'm going to show you how you can make your own wardrobe. For real. Not even joking. So I did notify the broadcast channel. There's a pinned comment down below. It says comment the word shirt to get all the details. Right below that is a link to join the broadcast channel. You want to be in there, okay? Also, you want to join our text list, okay? Get into our group of texting. So screenshot this while I pull this up. You're going to open up the text message app on your phone. You're going to put this phone number in. And in the body of the message, you're going to put JOIN. And whenever you do that and it's successful, you will receive a response from me with a special little surprise. Happy shopping. Okay? Hey. Jeannie's day was really wet. So let me get the colors that I threw across the room right before I went live. Hold on. Let me show you what we're working with. These are the colors. Couture Coral, Pucker, Scout, and Tide. Dun, 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 dun. What do y'all think? So comment the word shirt. We're going to make a shirt. Have I said we're making a shirt? We're making a shirt, folks. And you know, I was using my handy dandy catalog to get some more inspiration today, y'all. And I came across this super cute, let me find it. Have y'all received your catalog yet? This is like amazing quality, but let me find what I was looking for. I don't even remember. So, you see this right here? We're going to put this on a shirt. May contain alcohol. Some of you are totally against alcohol, and no disrespect. To me, this is funny, and that's what I'm going to do. So I saw this, and I'm like, instead of putting it on a tote, I'm going to put it on a t-shirt. So make sure you utilize your little catalog if you got one, y'all, because it's going to bring you so much inspiration. So take advantage. Thank you to Chalk that they are investing in those and sending them to y'all, because y'all told me via a poll that you save yours, circle things, use it for inspiration, and even make a wish list. So, use it. Don't lose it. They went into some orders. Not all of them, but some. Okay, so I get my shirts off of Amazon. This is an extra large. I do have the link to the shirts that I purchased, and there's a bunch of colors. All you need to do is comment shirt, and you will get the message from my page to you. And in that will be a ton of different links, but a whole bunch of information that you need to know about, especially on how to join our perks program. We had somebody join yesterday. And what it is, you spend $20 a month with me. It comes out every single month on the same day that you signed up. So if you join today on the 11th, it's going to come out on the 11th of every month. So $20 a month, you're going to get $20 back immediately to use on a purchase. Good for 30 days. So basically, it's 20, pay 20, you get 20. So it's $0. And you can shop my Chalk website. So like the sticky little mat that I'm putting in here. What am I doing? I never do it like this. The sticky mat, the silk screen transfers, the ink I use, those funny little named squeegees, 30% off. All right, y'all. So normally, and I don't know why I did what I just did. Normally I flip it inside out and go this route. But I was too busy and passionate about telling you how to save money on your craft supplies. Go do it. Join Perks, y'all. Join our Perks program. Save 30% on all of your crafting supplies on my chalk website. All right, so our transfer is horizontal. So we need to put our ink mat that's going to hold our fabric in place horizontal as well, because this, as you can see, is going to fit our transfer perfectly. Okay, so hopefully I got it straight. Now I'm going to press it down. Grab the neckline and your ink mat at the same time, and then you're going to flip. Hi, Jamia. Jama, my bad. That's right, Missy. Looks like you're enjoying your pool. Yes. Do you get $20 to spend every month for being a Perks member, or just when you signed up? Every single month when your payment goes through, Laura, you immediately get $20 back. So every month, it's basically like your membership is zero. You get charged $20, but you're going to get $20 back to apply to your cart for 30 days. Okay, so it's only good for 30 days, but let's be honest. You can spend it quickly. Thanks, Deb. So y'all, this is way crooked. I think, is it way crooked? Actually, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Okay, so I'm going to see what we can do here. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Barbara. Barbara, what's not yet? I don't remember what I was saying. Okay, so this is the first time I've ever used this. So I am not going to fuzz my transfer. If I was going to apply this to like a wood surface, like our big surface here or here or here or here, wherever, like a wood surface or a chalkboard type surface, a non-textile, basically, you would want to fuzz it. So we have these things in our shop that are called fuzzing cloths. And what it does is you would put your transfer on here, and this is going to apply lint to the back of it so that it does not stick too well to that non-textile surface, okay? But in this case, because I'm putting it on a t-shirt, I want it to stick really well. All right, hi Lisa, hello Leslie. Okay, good, I'm glad I got it right. I know, Dana. It really is a good deal, Laura. You spend $20 and you get $20 back every single month your card runs. So like I said, your membership is basically $0. Okay. Oh, thanks. Have you ever seen that done? Have you used our products before, Jama? They're a lot of fun. Okay, so let me check. I'm going to just lay it down. Maybe it's straight. Maybe it needs to go over to the right just a little. So I'm kind of using the tag as a base. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that works. This is for me, okay? I'm not about to sell this. So if it's a little crooked, it may contain alcohol, just saying. Hello, Rachel Martin. Hi, Patty. Oh, you haven't gotten your catalog yet. Yeah, I don't think it was like an all thing. Like everybody didn't get one, but they put them in some. So I'm really excited about them. They are extremely nice quality. Hold on, I'm looking for some stir sticks. Okay, I have my stir sticks. These are these little plastic things. I mean, they're like good plastic. Like, y'all, I got one of these stuck in my garbage disposal one time, and Zach had to get these like long pliers and pull it out. And this thing didn't break, but it was so twisted and disheveled, like, didn't break. That says a lot. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Ink, right here, INK, is what you're going to use if you want to make it permanent. PASTE, paste. That's what we use on our wood stuff, our chalkboards. We can paint with this. This is semi-permanent unless it's on wood. Technically, you could sand it off. But this stuff right here that I'm using, this ink, is permanent. So if I get this on something that I shouldn't,
I'm going to have a really hard time getting it off. So I put this little backer sheet down right here on the top of my shirt. And that's probably, honestly, not a good idea, but it's okay. We're going to do it anyways because I need my colors close. Okay, and I'm going to grab some squeegees. These are our squeegees. Okay. Awesome, Jana. But have you tried the product? I don't remember. Oh, you are a Perks member. Okay, sorry. I know, right? This is going to make it straight. No worries, Jean. I'm having the paste and ink charts. Yes, Melinda. I honestly, I did not notice that until yesterday when I was showing y'all. Like, we have paste in all of these colors. This is what is available now. Now, one or two may be out of stock, but it will restock. And then we have all of these in ink. So look at how many stinking colors we offer. Over 40 colors of paste and over 25 colors of ink. Will it come off? I don't know, Jean. I don't know. I don't want to find out. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get started. I'm going to start with my Tide. And I want this top arch thingy to be the Tide color. So Tide is like, how would you guys describe Tide? It's very much like, what is the word, y'all? Is it aqua? Maybe? Not turquoise. I think it's too dark for turquoise. All right, there's that. Then we're going to go with Scout. Scout is a very beautiful green color. So I'm going to put a little bit of that right here. And then I'm going to skip that little part that I couldn't get. And I will go in and use a smaller squeegee for that. I have way too much here on my squeegee. I wonder if I go backwards. Go upside down. Go from bottom to top. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. All right, I'm going to slide the excess back into the jar. Then we're going to go Yellow Star. So this is Pucker. So look at this. This has a shimmer in it. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on. Can you see that? That's right. I-N-K, man. I-N-K. P-A-S-T-E. Dark teal. Yes, Becky. Yes. I go through a lot of wipes when I ink. So paranoid to get ink. Yes. That would make me nervous doing that transfer, especially with ink. So I think if you just go slow, you know, use all the tools that we offer, the smaller squeegees, I think you'll be okay. All right, there's that. Now we're going to go, I'm going to grab what we call a detail tool. It's a smaller squeegee. So do y'all see that difference? All right, I know, Barbara, right? It's a mess. Okay, now we're going to go back in with our Tide, and we're going to do this little bitty, I don't even know what this is, y'all. Fancy dancy loop-de-loop. And see what it's all about once we lift up the transfer. I think it's going to look great. So what you want to make sure of is that you don't have too much of your ink on the squeegee, because you don't want too much of it to end up like next to the silk screen where there's going to be a different color. Hopefully that makes sense. Like you can always go back and get more ink. And if you get too much, it's going to start shifting off to the edges and start coming off the sides of your squeegee. Been there, done that. Learned that lesson many times and still do it to this day. So, I don't practice what I preach all the time, in case you haven't noticed. Okay, let me turn on my heat press. I'm going to grab a paper towel. Hi, Vetrol. Thank you, Miss Barbara. Y'all make sure you hit the heart button. Comment the word shirt. I'm making a shirt. May contain alcohol. All right, now we're going to go in with the coral color. And get may contain all covered. Just like so. See, I got some of my Tide over here hanging out by the letter A. Just a chillin'. Then you run the risk of the two colors mixing. Like I did. All right, contain. C-O-N-T. All right, so my ink takes a little bit longer to dry. That's why I've not pulled the transfer up yet. So you do have a little bit more time to work with our ink than you do our paste. Why? I have no idea. Don't ask me that question. I just know because I've used it a lot over almost 5 years, y'all. Okay, there's that. So next step is I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to check my fingers. And I'm just going to lift this top section just to look at it. Like I need to apply some more Scout. I already see. Hey, Annette. I need to go back over the Scout. Okay. So I'm going to grab. I'm actually going to grab a white. And we're going to use our multi-tool this time. So I'm going to clean this off. Correct. I know, Dana, right? Nobody is perfect. Amen, sister. Amen. All right, so I'm going to go in and grab the Scout color. And I'm just going to go over and just kind of push a little bit harder. I think the problem is I was trying to be too careful with the little mini squeegee. So I'm just going to go in. The multi-tool is perfect for this little area. Okay. All right, so next we're going to lift it again. Always check your fingers before you touch anything. All right, so I see again, this little guy right here does not want to take my ink. He's rejecting me. Oh, there we go. We got him. Get through there. You're being stubborn. Okay, we got that. We got that. I'm going to go over here. All right. Okay, there's that. Now, I am going to do something. Inking is fun, Dana. I agree with you. Every time I do it, I'm like, why don't I do this more? I am going to go over the top of this A again. This is where my colors mixed. And that should be good. Okay. Now we're going to go on and do the next part. So because I lifted this up, I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to push down to release those air bubbles. And this part is yellow all over. Holy moly. So we're going to go and use pucker for the little outer fancy edge, or what, I don't even know what this is. Curly Q thingy with a point. And while I'm over here, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to pick up all of my excess. Pick up my excess. Put it back in the jar. And then I'm going to go in and use, I think, the multi-tool. And we're just going to go little by little. And get this little outer frame, I guess it's called. How many of you here have a Cricut heat press? Let me know in the comments. Hey, Rainy, how are you? Thanks, Sally. How are you, Miss Sally? Miss Sally's in the house. Thank y'all so much for those that purchased the resin bundle, y'all. I actually I had to order more resin. I ordered 20 bottles and y'all killed them in like 15 minutes of me posting that. That was so much fun to make. And Zach was not, what is the word? Like, I thought he would be like really judgy with my work. Cause you know, he's the resin expert in this house. Let's just say that. Cause that was my first time using it, but he was very nice. I was like, that is so nice, Annie. You did a great job. All right, so next, all of this is going to be the purple, the coral color. So because this is so large in this area, I've just decided to use the mini squeegee. I have the 9x12 and the hand press. Oh, okay, yeah. So I don't know what size mine is, Miss Deb. I do have the mini press. Had mine for a while. You have the mini press. Yes, Patty loves hers. Jama has one, yes. Like a lot of y'all do. So here's what's awesome is you don't necessarily have to have, you don't have to have a heat press to make shirts with our ink. You can use a regular old iron. And that is what I think is super awesome. Back in the day, I used to have one of those t-shirt presses. Y'all know those like big honking things. I used to have one when I was doing the whole Cricut thing. See, I got stuff all over me. Back in the day, before I found silk screens, I was using the Cricuts. You're trying to justify the heat press, and you don't really need it. Okay, all of this is going to be tied. So where is my tied? Here we go. My tied color. This says caution. Crazy lady coming at you, folks. Caution. Oh no, look, I think I got that all over there. Darn it. I got out of control with my squeegee. I'm going to bring this over here. Make sure all of this is covered. Try not to go too crazy. And we shall see. All right, now we're back to I'm going to go ahead and do my star since we're about done. And then we'll go in with the tide and the scout, just like we did the top. Okay. My kids are yelling at each other. Barbara says she presses curtains with hers. Barbara always has the cool stuff. You always have the mini? Yes. Okay, Deb, you have the same size as me? See, I don't even know what I have. All right, so see what we're doing. We're just lifting it up. I just want to check it. All right, and then I'm going to lay it back down, and there is a spot I missed. So right over here where I thought we went overboard with the tide, I actually missed. How funny is that? Okay, I'm going to scoot this up a little bit. We're going to push down where we lifted up the spot that we haven't applied ink. Okay, used yours yesterday. There you go. So you don't need an heat press to do shirts. Or you could do the reverse. You don't need an iron to iron. You could use your heat press. Y'all see what I did there? All right, now we're going to go in with our scout, and I'm going to push firmly because for whatever reason that top portion was on the struggle bus trying to show up. But we fixed it. Shh, I'm concentrating. Okay. Now, switching gears. You see how all of my ink, like some of my ink is way up it's way up here. Before I continue, I'm going to wipe that off. I got the mini for Christmas. Oh, was it a Christmas present? Hey, Jean, how are you? All right. Now, check my fingers. Let's go in with the tide, and we're going to do the very bottom of this. And we're going to dry it, and we're going to be done. Tell me in the comments if you are expecting. Tell me in the comments if you were expecting A to Z Designs to do Christmas in July. Expecting is the word. I know y'all get your Christmas presents working early. Or your Christmas crafting, maybe to use for gifts. All right, let me check it out. Check my fingers. I'm going to lift from the bottom. Since this is the spot that I'm wanting to look at. Now, the scout was perfect that time. Along with everything else at the bottom. My friends, this is so pretty. Let me just get that. Okay, what is happening here? Hold on. Barely, no. I got this a long time ago. You went years without an iron. When mine broke, I finally broke down and bought one a couple years ago. That's right. You assumed. That's right, Missy. You assumed. There's no hoping. You guys are expecting us to do Christmas in July. You are expecting. And we won't let you down. Okay, I keep getting tied all over this. Why is that happening? All right, walking away. Will not touch it. All right, folks, here we go. Let's put this over here on our dish drying mat. Well, I missed a spot there too. What is wrong with me today? This is where I'm removing all of that excess tide. Don't touch the shirt, Amy. Don't touch the shirt. Don't touch the shirt. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Probably used 500 napkins. Hello, Linda. All right, let's put this on the dish drying mat. That literally is what it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, and I have my little backer sheet there. I'm going to set the shirt over here. Okay, because we need to clean up. Look, and I didn't even need my stir sticks that I went digging for. I keep a cup of water right here. Let's close all these up. I just plop my little squeegees in there. And then all I do after my tutorial is take the cup to the sink. And I have more dish drying mats in there. Imagine that in the kitchen. And I just rinse off my tools and I lay them on the dish drying mat in the kitchen. And then I just let them sit overnight. And then I gather them that next morning and I bring them all in here and I put them away. And I start over. Okay? All right. Let me show you how to clean this. Super important because you might want to make, somebody may say to you, oh my gosh, I love your shirt. And you're like, oh my gosh, I can make you one. Boom. Making money. How does that sound? Okay, so I'm going to just take my board eraser and I am going to, what are you doing? Zach's up to no good. He's in here spying on me. Hi, Lena. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Take my board eraser, which hopefully they'll be back in stock very soon. Hello, Glammy. Glammy's in the house. My mother-in-law is here. She came to, I bet you she's going to like this shirt. I bet you. All right, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put it sticky side up. Okay, just like so. And I'm going to spray it. And then I'm going to take the board eraser and I'm going to do the same thing on the back side. I call it the back side, the non-sticky. No, I'm sorry. The back side to me is the sticky side. Okay? The front is the non-sticky. Hopefully I said that right. If not, you know what? It's fine. You'll know what I meant. Okay, so now I'm going to lay this on my desk, sticky side facing up. I'm going to take this backer sheet, that's what it's called. I'm going to line up the white side to the sticky side. Now look, I am way off. So I'm going to, thanks Nancy, try it again. Line up the corners, line up the edges, still off. Well, darn it, Amy, let me do my other method. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it, okay? I'm going to roll it to where the white is facing out. Then I'm going to line up the edges, line up the corners, put my finger and my thumb right here, and I'm going to let it fall. Hot damn, y'all. Every time. Like clockwork. Okay? There's our transfer. I don't know what happened to the sleeve. Oh, here it is. So I like to put my transfers right here back in the sleeve that they came in because I hang them over here on my wall. Hey, Darlene. I had a lady buy 2 shirts from me with the peanuts. I wore mine to breakfast, and she just had to have one of each. Becca, I'm so proud and excited for you. That is awesome. See? That's so cool. Okay, next step. We're going to bring this back, and we are going to move that because that has ink on it, and we're going to dry this a little bit. If you are doing this at home, I highly recommend you let this sit for a couple of hours, okay? With the ink mat inside. Don't touch it. Walk away from your craft table. Go, I don't know, go buy more craft supplies or something, okay? And let this ink dry. I'm speeding up the process so I can show you what to do. Okay, so, whoa, that was really wet. Don't do that. I will tell you right now that that pucker color with the shimmer in it, game changer. You need to go buy this right here. This is the pucker ink, I-N-K. Go buy this. $16. If you're a Perks member, you get it 30% off. Join Perks first. Comment the word shirt, and I'll send you more information about it. You're too impatient. Yes, I get it. Go get this. This is amazing. This is what I put on the outdoor rug, and you can still see the shimmer in it outside. All right, I want to make sure that it's dry. Yes, Bambi, grouchy since forever. Miss Lucy, yes. Hi, Nancy. So, as I mentioned, this says, may contain alcohol. Caution! So, this is my new shirt. Not going to be for everybody. Totally get it. No disrespect. The paste pucker, yes, it's so pretty. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's not as sticky. So awesome, y'all. I love these colors. Couture Coral, Tide, Scout, and Pucker ink. All inks. Because remember, our ink is what you can use to make something permanent. Okay? It's permanent once it's heat set. Heat set. Sat. Heat set. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Melinda. All right, let's check it out. Touch, touch, touch. I think we're good. Let me grab my little mat over here. We're going to take out the ink mat. Okay, very carefully. Now, if you're at home, like I said, if you let this sit and dry for a couple hours, you won't need to be as cautious as I am. I just don't want my t-shirt to fold on itself, and I certainly don't want the front to touch the back yet until we know for sure that it's heat set and it's dry. Okay? Shannon wants to know, how do you get to the adult part of the chalk website? I can show you. The After Dark. You know, you have to proceed with caution. But it's pretty awesome. Here you go. I'm going to put it right here in the comments. Thanks, Bambi. All right, here we go. So now we're going to heat set this. I have these little parchment paper pre-cut sheets. And I'm just going to lay one down like so. I'm going to grab my heat press, set it for 30 seconds. I do have mine at 300. That's what I always do. But I am going to move it around, okay? You know, the colors. Y'all make sure you write those colors down. Pucker, Scout, Tide, and Coral. Couture Coral. You're welcome, Shannon. Hopefully you can grab it. Now, just remember, once you, like, that'll be a link. And then you can still shop the other website, or the same website, the other product. You'll just have to click on that link again if you want to get back to the After Dark stuff. Oh, man, y'all. I might just wear this weekend. Or maybe even tomorrow. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is flip it inside out. Tracy, I just bought the sheets on Amazon. I just put in parchment sheets. All right, so now we're going to flip it inside out. I'm going to take my mat again and put it in between the two layers. Like so. Got my parchment paper. And I'm going to do the same thing. Okay. Like this. I just do 30 seconds. I don't know. I like to heat set the ink inside the shirt. In case the other side's a little wet, which it shouldn't be, because remember, you're letting it sit if you're doing this at home. You're not pulling an Amy and fast tracking the process. Yes, Barbara, that is a very good point. Barbara says to make sure your fabrics are ones that can take the 300. I know a lot of people don't go as high as 300. I typically only use this kind of shirt, let's be honest. Now, I will tell you, like on canvas bags and stuff, that could easily burn. So maybe lower your temp, but like she said, always check. Barbara always reminds me of things that we need to do. Linda, I don't know where I got this shirt. This shirt, I don't know. OMG. Y'all, hold on. Don't do that. Look at this shirt. Holy stinking cow. The pucker on it is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you can see the shine. I know, Tess. Everyone was saying earlier they iron their curtains. Look at this. Yeah, Linda, I don't know where I got this shirt. I'm sorry, honey. Probably Amazon. So y'all hit the heart button. Make sure you comment the word shirt. Go get your transfer. And remember the colors. Let me remind you again. Scout, Couture Coral, Tide, and Pucker. Okay, all in ink. All right, y'all. Comment shirt. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.